reminded us that GFAR already has a mission, which is in the next slide, and the discussions in the last 3 days. So it's a combination of those things which is leading to the action plan or the roadmap. And what were GCAR's 4 objectives or 4 pillars? Some people call them pillars, some call them objectives. One is advocacy for change. And obviously there are a number of messages here on advocacy for change, including funding, including making sure that we don't rush only with programs which are not well designed, including making sure that there is better monitoring and evaluation of what has actually transpired, etc. That is advocacy for change, and that's a big task for GFAR. Reshaping institutions, NARS from NARIs, the strengthening of regional organizations, the subsidiarity issues, and bridging the knowledge gap. Inter-regional partnerships, I was very pleased to see the emerging countries discussion where the BRICS are saying, yes, we are willing to participate in all of this in a much more substantive way. And in a way, I was kind of amused by the fact that there is a tension right now because the regions where the BRICS come from want their BRICS to be in their own regions. And at the same time, donors want the BRICS to be involved with them. And that's a good thing. You know, that means that there is a lot of enthusiasm for learning from successful countries in terms of where we can go forward. So we had already identified the roles and responsibilities of developing countries, and we've tweaked them some. Then there are also roles and responsibilities of industrial countries, emerging economies which have come up in a much clearer way, and the relative roles of global and regional organizations, especially in regional organizations articulating better not just the views of the NARIs, but also all the stakeholders in their particular region so that they can become effective partners. And if the regional organizations are